What is up, my friend? AJ here from Social Glow, helping you create highly engaged communities. And this video, it's all about the 3 common mistakes that might be preventing you from creating a highly engaged community. And I want you to wait until the end to find out what are the 5 numbers that you want to track to make sure that you avoid these mistakes once and for all. So with that being said, let's get into these 3 mistakes. So mistake number 1, lack of consistency. Bruce Lee once said that long-term consistency trumps short-term intensity, and I think he was right. Many coaches and course creators, they struggle with maintaining a consistent posting schedule and a consistent way of engaging with their community regularly, mainly because they think they need to create a whole bunch of content, like lots of it. And the problem is when you're inconsistent with your content creation, your publishing of it, it actually starts to lead to a drop in engagement and even a loss of interest from your audience. So one solution I have for you is to actually slow down so you can go fast. As Bruce Lee said, it's not about intensity, it's about long-term consistency. So start small, and if you're not consistent with your content creation at the moment, that's cool. Let's just start with 1 piece of content a week, right? Do that for 30 days, for 21 days straight, and then reassess if you want to go to 2 or 3 pieces of content a week. Now, if you're already publishing 3 pieces of content a week, maybe your next stretch is actually going daily. The main thing is to pick up something that you're willing to go all in on and then choose to be consistent with it. Mistake number 2, one-way communication. If you're not engaging your community in meaningful discussions with all of your community members, it can really take a toll on your community. You see, people often come for the content, but they stay for the community. And building relationships with your community, well, it requires active listening and responding to your audience's needs and to what questions that they have. And I totally get that taking time to engage with your community members, maybe it just feels like, man, the last thing that should be getting done on your to-do list. I mean, as a coach, course creator, membership owner, you're probably wearing lots of hats, and that's probably an understatement. I mean, between your fulfillment, your content creation, your marketing and sales, like the important stuff that actually brings in the money, engaging with your community members may actually feel something like you're like, I'll get that eventually. But here's the thing, if you want to make more money from your community, focus on over-delivering and building real relationships with your people. Nick Cavuto, one of my old coaches, he taught me that relationships are like rocket ships. When you engage with your community, you're adding fuel to those rocket ships. And the best way I know how to make this happen is to simply just pick a day in your calendar and just block off like at least 30 minutes to an hour to just go in and respond to all of those comments, all the conversations, all the questions that are just going on inside your community. Like if your new content is dropping on a Monday, then just block off some time on a Tuesday to go in and engage with the audience. You see, by doing so, you're always planting new seeds every single week, and as long as you keep sowing those seeds, I promise you, you're going to reap a harvest. It only happens, only always. Now, mistake number 3, focusing only on the numbers. It's tempting to prioritize the size of your community over the quality of your connections. And you know what? Your mind actually loves this. However, having a massive following doesn't guarantee meaningful engagement or success in your business. Instead, I want you to keep an eye on the following numbers. I want you to keep an eye on member growth. Here's where I want you to track the number of new members joining your community every single month, because this is going to help you understand if your promotional efforts are effective in attracting new members. I want you to keep an eye on your engagement rate. Like actually monitor the levels of engagement within your community, including likes, comments, shares, and replies to your posts, because this is going to help you understand that if your content that you're creating is resonating with your audience, and if it's like promoting meaningful interactions. The third thing I want you to monitor is active members. Keep an eye on the percentage of the active members inside your community. An active member is someone who frequently participates inside discussions, comments on posts, or otherwise just engages with the content that you're posting. The other thing is retention rate. Like measure the percentage of members who remain in your community for a specific period of time. This is going to help you determine if you're fostering a sense of loyalty with your audience, and if your members are just losing interest and they're leaving. The other thing I want you to pay attention to is content performance. Analyze the performance of your content, including your blog posts, your videos, webinars, or your other resources that you're providing inside your community. Actually take time to track the views, the shares, and the engagement to determine which topics are resonating with your audience the most. I know that if you implement these suggestions to your community, you're going to create a loyal and engaged community, and they're going to be super excited to learn from you and grow with you. So what do you think? Have you made or are you making any of these 3 problems right now? Simply drop me a comment down below, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you found this helpful, and until next time, my friend, I'm out. Peace.